Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 223. Sickly Girl and the Pup. In this week's episode, we smash it. Fact. JfG Ash goes ape.
He does.
JfG Alex goes amateur bowling. Walmart still sell guns.
Yep.
And finally, we talk cameras and help Mel Gibson out.
Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. This is episode 223. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how's it going there? You alright?
Oh, hey buddy. Yeah, feeling good as always on a Wednesday. Sparkling thoughts give me the hope to go. How does it go? Hope to go on. I think.
Hope to go on.
I do hope to go on.
You hope to?
Hey, I'm fucking Mel Gibson's soul. Bam! Straight in the chat. Old lonesome not I. What is
there
this?
He is. Back on the radar.
Now. For once, I'm not busy when I get... a naughty. There you go.
There you go.
He's there.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the live stream. Obviously, you're more important than anyone else that listens to this episode now. Congratulations.
By some distance.
Indeed.
By some margin.
Indeed. Yeah.
That's how it works. That's how it happens.
Science. Yeah, as always, feeling good on a Wednesday. Yeah, sparkling thoughts. It's been a busy week. I guess. There it is. I drove down south to see the folks at the weekend. That was nice.
Very nice.
We went go aping, which if anyone doesn't know what go ape is, it's where you walk amongst the trees.
The top canopy, buddy, through the dense vegetation at the top of the trees.
Indeed, yeah.
Like an ape might.
Maybe, or just on planks of wood that are there, or little swingy things, which is kind of fun, especially if you've got like kids of the age of 5 and up. And yeah, this was the first time that my daughter, who is aged 5, went on this. And I was thinking, oh no, she's going to be a bit like, bit scared. Because, you know, I've been to these things before and I've seen kids get reasonably scared because it's quite high up, you know.
Yep.
And they get there and then they freeze. Not this one. It's like a spider monkey just running. She was just running. The place. She didn't give a shit. She was running across it. And then we went round and then like the lady was like, well, you made that look easy. To like my son and my daughter, and they were like, well, you got to go around it backwards now. And I thought, how are you going to go around it backwards? Because there's like a zip line at the end. You're going to have to like fucking scale up the zip line. But they actually meant walking backwards, which my kids understood immediately, and I didn't, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's where my mind went as well, but yeah. I can see why yours went where it was. That would have been amazing though. Had your 5-year-old managed to reverse zipline up a tree.
Exactly. I was is this a thing? Can we do this? That sounds awesome. Like that would be loads of fun. So yeah, that was good. We went swimming in the rain because it rained a bit. Weather wasn't too bad. We did go swimming though, in the outside heated swimming pool. Which was
very
lovely.
Nice. Very premium.
Indeed, buddy. Oh, weird thing, though. When I was a go-up, we went to Bedgebury Park, is it? Or whatever it is in Kent.
Yes.
Yeah, it's lovely. Very expensive for parking, like 13 quid. I was like, that takes the piss a little bit, but, you know.
Well, it's free entry, though, so the parking's kind of a ticket.
Wankers, though. Really?
He's not happy with that.
It's just nature, you know, end at day.
Well, true. Yeah. But nature and wasps, I presume, at this time of year.
I thought it was a bit steep. I mean, like, £5, £8, yeah. All right, £13, mate. Fucking wankers. Absolute cunts. And
okay.
That's my thought. on that anyway. Well, especially when we had 2 cars. I was like, fucking, that's 26 quid we forked out just to park here. And the thing is, like, we didn't even like go around the park and enjoy the park. It was just because Go Ape was there. And I was like, well, is there not like, you know, a discount for if you're just going to Go Ape? Because like we're forking out 80 odd quid for this, and now we're forking out another like 26 quid for this. It's like, they're like, no, sorry.
I didn't realise that. I didn't know you had to pay for like the full Bedbury parking if you go to Go Ape there.
Yeah. That
is shit.
That's why mainly, like, obviously,
my previous statement.
If I was going there to enjoy the park and like have a bicycle ride or whatever around, and I'd be like, 13 quid for like the whole family, like no problem, that's cool. But yeah, I thought it was a bit of a piss take. I thought they'd do like some kind of discount or something if you were doing that, but they didn't. But anyway, that's where we were. And they've got a lovely play area that my youngest daughter was on while we were doing the Go Ape, and I came out and went and met her, obviously where my wife was, and someone was like, Ash. I was like, well, that's my name, hello, who's there? And it was one of my school friends that I hadn't seen, like my really, really good school friends that I hadn't seen for like, must be about 16 years or something.
Jesus,
and I was like, wow, that's a bit weird. You all right? And
nice.
He was there with his wife, who was actually his girlfriend at the time. When we used to hang out, and I was like, yeah, all right, how's it going? They were like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I started talking. I was like, yeah, I got 3 kids. They were like, oh yeah, we got 3 kids as well. Like their kids were like, I don't know, they had twins at around about 1 and another one at 3. I was like, yeah, I've got like a 9-year-old. They're like, what? You got a 9-year-old? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of what I do. Stupid things like that is
kind of his thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of that guy. So that was really cool. Actually, it was a bit fucking random, like timing and places and stuff like that all over the place. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy when stuff like that happens. I like it. It's cool.
Gibbons
came back on, I think it was Monday evening ish, and so I had a nice long weekend there. Had the day off work on Tuesday, so I had many plans of sitting around doing nothing, but obviously that didn't happen. So I went and fixed the shed, mowed the lawn, trimmed some hedges. I put some blinds up in my room now, so while I'm having a cheeky wank, no one can see me do it, which is nice.
Lovely.
Yeah, always handy. Nice. So that was a nice relaxing day. Oh, yeah. Next on the list of things I've done, there's an update on the PC, buddy. Obviously on Tuesday I was like at home and I had a spare 10 minutes of perusing my phone. Decided to buy a processor, didn't I? Obviously.
There you go.
It didn't take long. Like last week I was saying like, oh, I'm never going to be able to buy it, and I was just like, you know what, fuck it, let's just buy it. Then it's done.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I've bought all the other stuff. If I leave it, it's just going to get older. That was my reasoning behind it.
Yep.
So, yeah. I got a PC. I'm going to build it this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to go terribly wrong, I feel, which is good. But, yeah. New PC, buddy. Hopefully for the next podcast, we'll be able to, I don't know, do all kinds of shit. But
10K.
We'll be streaming at 10K.
10K,
yeah. Why not?
The Dolby surround sound.
Yeah,
even if you haven't got Dolby speakers at home, it'll come out at 5.1.
We'll just absolutely rape your bandwidth. You're welcome. Yep. Enjoy that. Yeah, and that's the only way to watch it as well. You can't downsample that shit either. And finally, buddy, this week I've been playing a bit more Fortnite with the kids, and there is a prop hunt mode on that is actually really, really good.
Shit.
Like classic prop hunt, 2 teams, none of that fucking Call of Duty ball bag stuff. You got a health bar. Obviously, if you're shooting the wrong stuff or hitting the wrong stuff, then your health goes down. It pings a sound every 15 seconds or so. It's mint. It's really good. I doubt we'll play it, but I just thought I'd mention it if we ever feel like doing a bit of prop hunt. I don't know how long it's on there. Probably only for a week, but it's cool. The kids fucking love it, especially when I'm a massive bus jumping about the place.
So does it still shrink the circle on that?
No, it's literally it's a map. It's a little barn area. So
it's not like because I was just working out
it's not like
it's a bit big, that map.
So I think I mentioned it a couple of episodes or so ago. There's like the whole creation thing, and yeah, people just make like little maps. So this is just a little map of like a barnyard or whatever, with a barn and shit, and then loads of crap everywhere, and you can disguise yourself as whatever. And yeah, it's prop hunt. It's the prop hunt that we know from Terrorist Town or whatever it is, or Gary's Mod even. Yeah. Beautiful. So it would be nice if we had a punt at it, but I doubt we will, to be honest. Yeah. So that's pretty much my week. We just got a little message from Mogus from Soul. He's saying, heck yeah, from Alabama, been fishing I can't say that word, Chattahoochee all morning. I'm going for Chattahoochee. No idea what it is. I'll be listening while I clean this striped bass. There you go. It's got a striped bass there.
Check him out. He's a mountain man.
He's
a real mountain man.
It's crazy. I think there was an actual message for. We're just going to put it right now. This is a message in Discord, wasn't there, from Mel? Not from Mel, but for Mel. From JJ. He says, "What up, Mel? Glad to know we haven't lost Mel Gibbs from Soul. Hopefully you're not going to Professor Ted, living off the grid. Must say, dude, had it down though." So there you go. That's community there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there you go, buddy. I thought I'd pop that in while Mel's actually watching.
Gibbons.
So yeah, that's my week, buddy. Obviously, lots of drinking happened, as always does when I see my folks. How about yours?
It's been all right. I've done all sorts. I've been all about the place, mainly because it's been the missus' birthday, so I've had lots of stuff to do, and shenanigans and happenings and goings on, and so on and so forth. So yeah. Firstly, though, probably worth noting that we went back for the old pub quiz last week, buddy, and we won for the second time in a row. I say in a row, we did actually skip two of them because it was too hot.
No, that will happen. Too hot, so inside,
there's
outside.
There's been two quizzes in between our wins, but
they don't count.
Them, so they don't count.
They don't count. You're absolutely right. They don't count.
It was a stonking display. A shout out to friend of the podcast, Funk, who was very adept at recognising 70s game show presenters in the picture round, which
there you go.
Which surprised everyone. But valuable points there. And there was a Disney songs round. We were obviously always going to do well on that. And then there was a music round, and of course we were always going to do well on that. So yeah, the rounds fell for us. We won by 1 point.
There you go. That's all you need.
The team, us and the team in second, scored 15 points more than any of the other teams in the pub, even though there were 15 teams. Well, so there you go.
Those guys are shit.
One that lived with us, but they couldn't quite keep it together till the end. And yeah, so we won again, buddy. Fucking beautiful. Elsewhere, Saturday trip to the cinema in the morning. Well, I like to go to the cinema in the morning, buddy.
Yeah, morning trip to the cinema.
To see a PG in the morning.
Best time to see it.
Best time to see a PG. No, it was fine. There were no kids there. I was pleased. We went to see The Art of Driving in the Rain, which is a movie that I probably wouldn't have watched if it was on the telly, let alone in the cinema. But the missus saw the trailer, and it featured Jess from Gilmore Girls. Everyone loves Jess. Team Jess. Yeah. And also a very nice golden retriever, voiced by what's his face, who played Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Which Robin Hood?
Prince of Thieves.
The Prince of
Costner.
Thieves.
Kevin Costner.
Costner.
Yeah, he voices a dog, and it's told through the eyes of a dog, but it's like narrated by Kevin Costner, the dog. And it's all about Jess from Gilmore Girls and that sort of sickly looking woman who's very thin and pale.
Skeletor.
Skeletor. Racing in the rain. What's her name? Fucking. I'm really struggling with the names. It wasn't
right,
especially memorable.
Welcome to my world with not being able to speak.
Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah,
Amanda
that's just like
Seyfried.
Skeletor.
My favourite thing about this film was he was a race car driving instructor.
He was a race car driving instructor. She was a
she was a sickly woman. So he was like a racing driving instructor who's got like a fledgling career as a race car driver. Wants to be in like Formula One.
Yeah,
and that was kind of cool. So there's a cool dog, voiced by Kevin Costner. Jess from Gilmore Girls wants to be a race car driver. Bit of like speedway, bit of like track racing and shit, like some cool stuff there. It was fine.
Where does the dog come in? Does he also drive the car?
He was his little dog, and he became a bigger dog and looked after him and was always by his side. And it was basically just a sort of story of someone's life, love story, fucking tearjerker, featuring racing and a dog. And I mean, if it was just a sort of tearjerker, it might be a shit film. But with racing and a dog, I'd say it was probably mediocre. So
well done.
That's
good to know.
Good.
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, it was. My favourite thing about it was the guy who owned the track where he did like his instructing stuff, who was basically like a father figure to him. Was played by Gary Cole, who plays Ricky Bobby's dad in Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
So he was basically playing the same role as in Talladega Nights, except he was a nice person. And he was just really,
he wasn't taking the piss this time.
Just waiting for him to say some fucking horrible line, and he never did. He was just genuine throughout. It was galling and a bit weird, but yeah, it was great. And the film was fine.
That'll do then.
I'd watch it if you got nothing else to do. Elsewhere, buddy, went to a weird pub in Pembury.
Hello.
Which, I wouldn't go to Pembury again, but we had some chish and fips, buddy. It was pretty tasty, very nice. Ooh. And then we were like, what should we do now? We'll return to the building beside the cinema we've come from and go bowling. Because it's birthday weekend for the missus.
This is jam-packed. Did the missus love the film, by the way? Was she fully
She
involved?
liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she cried a lot.
Because of the pup, I bet.
Because of the pupper and other things as well, the sickly girl.
Sickly girls and pups, that'll fucking girls do it. There we go, episode 223. Yeah. Sickly girls and pup.
Sickly girl and pup, there she was. And there was the pup. So we went bowling, buddy. I had a nightmare first game in the bowling. I think I'm all right at bowling for an amateur. I think a good score in bowling is probably somewhere between sort of 120 and 150 for an amateur.
I'll be happy with that.
I'll be well happy with that. So yeah, I my first round I got a 69, which, despite being the number 69 and therefore quite good, is a terrible bowling score. But I got better, buddy. In the next round, I got 130, and then in the last round, I got 145. I was pretty pleased with that, as someone who hasn't been bowling for probably a year. So I was trying your little fucking bowling run-up flick, buddy. You do the little leg.
Oh yeah,
thing.
leg flick. Yeah.
It wasn't really working for me, but then I'm not a professional like you, so it wouldn't, would it?
Here we go. Coaches say that a typical amateur or good leisure bowler's average is closer to 130 to 150. So there you go, buddy.
I was right bang in the middle of that, except I'm not a good amateur. And I don't play regularly. I haven't played for a year.
Oh, no, I didn't say good amateur. It's amateur or good leisure or leisure bowler. Okay. So amateur.
Well, I think it was decent.
Mate, yeah. You're on the money right there.
I have bowled a 165 in my life.
That's loco.
Friend of the podcast, Paul, was there. He can testify to that.
Nice.
As I just bafflingly bowled like 5 strikes out of 6 and I've no idea how that happened, and it will never happen again. But either way, bowling's fun, and it was good. We enjoyed it.
Nice.
So that was Saturday, buddy, and you're probably thinking at this point, well, that's probably enough for a weekend, isn't it? You've been cinema,
you've done a lot there.
Dinner.
Yeah.
You went bowling, but not us, buddy. Oh, God, no. Sunday early morning, we met up with Funk and partner and headed off down to Brands Hatch. We were down Brands Hatch by about 20 to 9.
There you go.
for, of course, the German touring cars, buddy, the DTM. The DTM, yeah. And, yeah. And the lady racing, the W Series, or it should be called Vagina Series. But
yeah, the V Series.
Yeah, there you go. They also had the old Lotuses, multi-class Lotus racing, and classic minis. And that was all fucking fantastic. We would have been happy with that, buddy, except special guest star David Coulthard turns up.
Davey C.
He brings with him the 2011 Red Bull Formula One car.
Like you do. And, just had in his boot. Just popped it out. He
pops in there. Guys. They all set him up and we're like, waiting by the side. I was like, oh shit, he's fucking DC in a Formula One car. Here he is. And he just proceeds to cunt it round Brands Hatch at top speed before they
just
went
out hybrid, for a Sunday drive.
Absolutely deafening. He went out for 2 separate runs between some of the races. It was fucking amazing. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. And we parked ourselves up by fucking Druid's hairpin to see how fast he could go around that. Me and the Funk were very interested to see. Yeah. I can't even tell you what speed he went around there, but it was dead flat. And he was going much faster than it seems is physically possible. But
it's magic, really.
Fucking Brands Hatch.
Was it what did you say, the 2011 one?
That's right.
Yeah, that thing had some stank.
It really did. And yeah, it was still sort of like full-blown fucking gas guzzlers before they went sort of hybrid and the engines were all quieter. And
pussies.
It was fucking great. Yeah, and some great DTM races. A mini on its roof in one of the mini racing.
Classic.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, this is one thing you always want to see.
Exactly. And the driver was fine, which is fine as well.
Yay.
So, yeah, all sorts. Like, loads of lovely food. We took, like, a massive picnic and a load of drink and shit. And, there were helicopters. There was a big drone there. All sorts. Bands playing. Garlands of fresh herbs. It was a special time, buddy. And that's what I've been up to.
Nice.
Nice. I can't imagine many people have had such a lovely time. So fucking suck it, everyone, frankly.
Well, fair days. Just quickly, buddy, a couple of things from Mel again here. He's getting involved in the chat. He says, "Cool beans, buddies. I might go raid Area 51 with Reddit. And he'll be filming from a safe distance, which is nice. And then he says, any special recipes you'll do with fish besides fish and chips? And also he goes, how is the rice cooker, Alex?
The rice cooker's fucking exceptional, Mel. I probably used it maybe once a month. You don't want to get too much use out of that thing. You want it to last the rest of your life, and also you don't want to take the edge off such a special rice dish. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Also, a great one to chuck out when you're doing a barbecue. Just get the rice on the go, pop it to one side, forget about it, serve it up with some glistening meats, and always goes down smooth. Always. In terms of fish dishes, I'm always a big fan of thyme sprigs, and then you wrap it in Parma ham with the thyme sprigs inside. So get your fillets and wrap it in Parma ham or bacon, and grill the shit out of that, or pan fry it, whatever you fancy.
Yeah, mine's just pan fry it with shitloads of butter.
Lots of butter.
So good.
But yeah, I think thyme's a cracking herb to use with that. And Parma ham kind of naturally sort of salts it, which is pretty cool, and also keeps it kind of, because you're kind of almost broiling it with the Parma ham wrapped around it, so it maintains its moisture in quite a nice way.
Nice.
Imagine if you were listening to this episode for the first time, you had no idea, like
this is under video games, right?
You wouldn't know what this was.
It's just an absolute shit show. That's just waffling on.
You wouldn't know.
This is entertainment these days. It's reality.
Absolutely.
People love reality.
We'll move forward, but you know, it's been an absolute pleasure and a delight so far, buddy. The topic for this week's episode is video games. Before we get to those, I do need to ask, as I often do, what it is you're drinking this evening. What you drinking, buddy? What you guzzling?
This evening, buddy, I'm on the classic 1079 project. There it is for the stream, back to front. If you want to read that, it's backwards on there. It's a lovely Pilsner, 4.6%, does the job, and is very cheap from Aldi. I highly recommend it for beer drinkers. How about you, buddy? What you on?
Well, I've just polished off. I had a glass left of this M&S Wave Break Pinot Grigio wine of California.
Nice,
it's a wave break. It's got a surfing gentleman on there.
Yeah.
The style is fresh, fruity, and moreish. The taste is juicy pear and zingy lime. And serve it up with salads, chicken, and pasta dishes. Well, I had a carbonara this evening, buddy, so I thought I'd partake. But that's gone now. I'm moving on to an American-style IPA. You get it in Sainsbury's for a pack of them. It's the Hyde and Wild American-style IPA, buddy.
Sounds nice.
Fucking glorious. Very zingy. Very tasty. And
Citra,
a 5.6.
Is it?
5.6. Why not?
Oh, mate, there's the gas from the beer. Enjoy that.
Yeah. So, it's very tasty. Definitely some Citra going on there. It's pretty special. I love it.
Nice, mate. Get that down your throat.
Citra and Summit.
There you go.
The hops.
Magic.
Yeah. And taste notes, buddy. Yeehaw! Is how it starts, and I won't read the rest.
No, you don't need to. That's all you need. That is
topics,
the
video
taste.
games, and
drinking.
We're going to talk about some.
Yeah.
Let's move on and talk about what we've been playing. So, do you want to get the ball rolling, buddy? What have you been playing this fair week?
This week, I haven't really been playing much. Like I said, I've been out of the house. But with being out of house, I did take the Nintendo Switcheroo with me. And nice. As I said last week, I might have played Mario Maker 2. And I have. Yes, I have.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Mario Maker, really, isn't it? But the second version of anyone that doesn't know what Mario Maker is, it's like Mario, the game Mario from all of time, and you get to make the levels, and
it's got like 1, 2, and 3, hasn't it, in there? Or the first game did.
What, as in different levels?
Versions of Mario.
Yeah. So, whilst creating your Mario levels, you can select what type of Mario you want. It's got original. I think it's got 1, 3. Hasn't got 2 because that was shit. The latest one, which is Odyssey, but in 2D format, which is really cool. Oh. It's got 3D World, which I think was a Wii U game, and Super Mario World. There you go. There's 5 of them to choose from what I remember.
Is 3D World 2D as well in this?
Yeah, everything's 2D. Everything is just standard Mario,
Keeping
but obviously
it's
just like, graphical, how it looks really. So a block will look like
basically.
this. Yeah, but there are certain things you can use in certain levels or in certain genre of Mario or whatever it's called, I don't know, whatever Mario you're using that it can't be done in others. And yeah, it's cool. You make your levels, you think, I'm gonna make a really good level, and then you get halfway through and it's a pile of shit, and you're like, oh well, that didn't go to plan. I mean, I think the only game that I was semi-decent at making levels, actually no, 2 games, because we did a lot on Halo 3 in Forge mode, which was really good fun with our fucking... what were they're not warthogs, what were the little... The mongoose, was it? The mongoose?
Yeah, the smaller version, weren't they?
We used to do the mongoose race circuits and stuff. That was really good fun. And also, I spent a lot of time in Trials and played a hell of a lot of that game, so I kind of understood a lot of game mechanics and how to use them, which was pretty cool. But like some of the levels made in that game are insane, and that would be the same thing with Mario Maker 2. It's more of a case of for me personally, it would be a case of downloading like the latest Mario levels and playing them. If I want to do that, I don't know. I've played a lot of Mario in my day. I don't really feel the need to continue that. But my son absolutely loves this game. Just having the ability to create your own levels for him was just awesome. Like, he's there going off on absolute mad tangents. I'm like, that doesn't work as a level, son. He's like making like these walls you have to jump up and then having like a platform. Then at the top of the platform, 3 massive Bowsers, because you can put Bowser in there, but then you can make him really big. And then he puts 3 of them there. I'm like, you're never going to get past that. And he's like, yeah, we'll do it, Dad, we'll do it. I'm like, all right then. So then for the next like half an hour, we're trying to get past these like 3 Bowsers. And then like the one time we do it, we're like, yeah, we fucking did it. But it's loads of fun. Once again, it comes down to like playing with my kids though, with this game. It's not a game that I would play on my own. And like I said, I've played a lot of Mario. I haven't got the urge to go back to it and play it more, let alone make my own levels for it. But it does what it does really, really well. Creating the levels is really simple. It's a hell of a lot easier in tablet mode because you can just click on the screen with your fingers. I have got a massive issue with the controller drift. I didn't think I had, but on playing this game, when it's like, it's pretty much a mouse, yeah? You're moving the hand around to click on things. And
because you need to. You're setting up. You're building a level. It's like a blueprint.
Yeah, it's like 2D Minecraft kind of. There's all different blocks, and you fill in the blocks with whatever you want to put in there, kind of thing. So you're moving this hand around to click on things. So I'd move it, and I'd leave it there for a second while I'm clicking on some buttons, and it would just after half a second, it would just start moving on its own across the screen. I'm like, wow, that is fucking terrible, mate. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've had issues with my DualShock 4s before. The only issue that I really had, one just died, but the other issue was with L2. If I held L2 down, it would make me. It would also click L3 at the same time. So when I was playing Destiny, I'd be zooming in and it would sprint.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
that.
And it would take me out of it. And I was like, what the fuck? I went through all kinds of things trying to fix it. And in the end, I just bought a new one anyway. But yeah, no, I've never experienced anything like this. It's absolutely terrible. We were playing Minecraft on the Switch, like split screen. And, you're mining away. And, you stand in front of a block and you're hitting it. You don't want to move. And it just suddenly starts spinning you around. You're like, what the fuck? This is a terrible situation to be in, really.
Not cool.
I still haven't heard any updates about if Nintendo in UK are sorting them out for free or not. I don't think they are.
I've been keeping my peepers peeled, buddy, and there's been nothing at all, no mention of it. They've been trying to keep it real quiet.
I'm fucking hoping something does happen there, because I want them fixed, because it's terrible. It's really, really fucking bad. Anyway, Mario Maker 2. Go on.
A year-ish? Year and a half?
Year and a half now, yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
And that's it hasn't had a lot of use compared to a lot of Switches out there where, Nintendo fanboys will be all over them, kind of thing. But yeah, Mario Maker 2, it's really good at what it does. If you like Mario, this is a game that you would really enjoy playing. If with your kids, if you're trying to get them into Mario and understand where it came from to where it is now, kind of thing, that's really cool. But for me, I'm glad I've played it, let's put it that way, but I'm not going back to it unless I go on another lengthy trip, probably. Which is actually happening in a couple of weeks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm away for a week in Cornwall. So,
oh, man.
Yeah, should be nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Very nice.
Gibbons. So there you go, buddy. Apart from that, I've been fucking about on my PC, making sure everything's ready to transfer over and stuff, and playing a bit of Fortnite, but no one cares about that because I don't. So what have you been playing, buddy? Anything exciting? Anything new? Fresh?
Well, not on my list, but I did play a little bit of with a friend of the podcast, Paul, because we got a bit of a taste after going to Brands at the weekend. Busted out a bit of Project Cars 2 last night, and
oh, nice.
Really enjoyed it. Set it up so that it only gives you the assists that the cars have, like as standard, and then went manual gears from the start. And we were just racing around, just the two of us, with like no AIs or anything. We tried all manner of different cars and had a really good time. That game is a fucking masterpiece. I was trying out different weather effects and stuff. We did the Nordschleife in Renault Meganes, just like all the way around the Nordschleife. It was really fun. And then we had
nice.
Got in some like LMP1 cars around like fucking Donington and Brands GP and stuff, and it was fucking awesome. Highly recommend that game. It's dirt cheap right now and has a wealth of content. It's as we were discussing when I was saying how I was playing Forza 7 a couple of weeks ago. Project Cars 2 really is your best bet for sports car sim racing on the consoles.
Yeah.
At least until the new Assetto Corsa arrives, which may be a slightly better port than the original. But
might be alright.
That's Competizione, which may be good. Certainly good on PC. But the port for the first Assetto Corsa was shite, so I wouldn't hold your breath. Other than that, very board game centric from me, buddy.
What?
I've played an actual board game, and I've played 2 video games based on board games. So let's get the ball rolling with Pandemic. I've been playing Pandemic this week. It was added to Game Pass, launched on Game Pass, in fact.
Yeah.
Pandemic is a board game. A lot of people may have heard of it if you're into your board games. It's one that I've wanted for ages. I haven't actually picked up yet, but I certainly will now that I've played a little bit of the sort of video game version. Kind of, it's. I'd say it's unique, or probably isn't, but relatively so, as far as I'm aware. It's a co-op game. It's a zombie survival co-op game. But rather than the sort of classic zombie survival of actually fighting off like zombies and stuff, it's a virus outbreak game. So you're very much going around a world map trying to keep a lid on several like virus outbreaks whilst gaining research points to try and combat it.
Yeah.
And the more points that a city gets of sort of virus strain, the more dangerous and powerful that thing is, and then it can start spreading to other cities on the chain and stuff. So you've got kind of different special abilities. For example, if you get 5 of the same colour virus, then you can cure it at a research station. You can also use your turns to build research stations at cities. So if you can get to a city with a research station with those 5 same coloured cards, you can cure that virus completely. It will still exist in the world until you go around and mop it up, but basically the object of the game is to cure all viruses, and if you manage to do that, regardless of the outbreak situation around the world, the game ends and you win. The beauty of it is it's co-op, and you can play, I think the board game version you can play up to 7 players. I think it's 4 players on the Xbox.
Nice.
But you can also chuck in lots and lots of different virus strains to make life really difficult for yourself. And yeah, just special abilities. One of them's like a mega scientist, so if you're playing as her, you only need 4 coloured cards to cure a virus. There's another one where the woman's like a quarantine expert, so if you're kind of go to sort of South America and park her in the middle of the map, then essentially virus cards come down from the top at random, so the game draws cards and basically they're cities that get outbreak points kind of added to them. But this quarantine expert, it means that the cards, even if they come up for the city you're in or any connected cities, can't get any more infected than they already are. So she's kind of like a bit of a buffer zone. And there's loads of different types of perk and stuff here. It's very clever. I like it a lot. It's really fun. I think we played like 5 rounds of it, me and the missus, and it's just really moreish. It's quite a cool game. I'm looking forward to playing the board game version to sort of compare the two. But again, the very first time that I played Ticket to Ride was the Xbox 360 version before actually playing the board game one. And this is another example of that. So yeah, it's whether it's a good representation of the game, I don't know yet. But, it's fun. It's well made and pretty enjoyable. So yeah, that's on Game Pass, buddies. Also on Game Pass.
Seeing if it's on
the
PC one. Doesn't look like it is, which is a shame because I would have played that. I've got Bard's Tale, Yoku's Island, Space Hulk. No, it's not there. I
really need to marry the two services up a bit better. I know it's early days, and I'm sure they'll get there. But the lineup you get with Xbox One at the moment is so superior that they really need to
obviously
get on that.
So
speaking of Ticket to Ride, we also played a bit of that.
Love trains.
The 360 version, it runs quite happily on the Xbox One, and Yeah, we had a great time playing that. The missus is fucking good at it, though, like super cutthroat. It's difficult local because obviously you can see each other's cards.
That is a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, it's troubling. But we kind of had a pact to not like fuck each other over unless we actually needed to get through. Like, so you were only allowed to like cock block if you actually needed that route. So that kind of made things fine.
I love Ticket to Ride.
So well made, that game. And when the Umpire music kicked in, it's like, I remember me and you on like Xbox Live and cams like bumping up and down. It's good. It's good shit.
Classic game.
So to conclude my board game corner, I played actual Trivial Pursuit. And, and also Harry Potter edition Trivial Pursuit, which
nice.
I didn't do especially well at.
No. You're better at just general trivia, not.
I won just general, Harry Potter. Yeah.
Nice,
and I won it on an incredible question, which I still don't really know how I know the answer to this. But the question was, which famous American actor presented a documentary on the BBC radio about the deceased folk musician Nick Drake? That was the question. I was given.
It's got to be Elvis Presley.
It was Brad Pitt.
Close.
I haven't heard it, so I don't know why I knew, but I did know, and no one was more surprised.
How did you know that? That's weird.
I genuinely don't know.
There you go.
Just come up, or I read it somewhere or something. But
one of those magical things where it's in your brain, but you don't know.
Fact. The only other thing I've played is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which is.
Is that the two-stick jobby?
Yeah, Joseph Ferris, before A Way Out, this was like his big game. Control the two brothers, one with each. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like it.
Yeah, you got to use your brain real hard on that.
I don't like it.
It doesn't. It doesn't compute.
I'm just like, why?
It's hard.
No, I can do it, but why am I doing it?
Because it's, brothers in arms.
Because it's a game. Because it's a game,
yeah. Exactly, yeah. At the end
it's
of
just
the day.
Fucking annoying. I don't want to... I just
Would it be a better game if you switched between the two?
It'd be a better game if it was co-op, but then it would
that would be... Yeah, no. He tried something there, I feel, and,
critically acclaimed game.
Yeah. I mean, the art style and, like, the game... itself, it is pretty cool. It's a good story going through it all.
Shouldn't I? I'll probably get
but it's the control system that threw me off.
Yeah, it works, but
it does. But
why?
At points I was like, wow, I've really got this down, and then suddenly my brain just goes, nope. It just switches up and it goes tits up completely.
It just feels awkward. I know that's the game, but it's just like, why? I can't get past that.
Yeah, exactly. Why? Yeah, like I said, I think he's tried something. He's done really well in some parts, but
he did brilliantly from that game, and that's what led him to be in the position where he could create, make a way out. Which was
fine.
Was interesting. It was fine. Yeah. So that's what I've been playing, buddy. And unless you've got anything else, we should probably move on.
Gibbons.
And now it's time for the news. Number one. Dirt Rally 2.0 gets VR support on PC. I don't know what that means for PS4. Good or bad? Does it mean that they've kind of worked it out so they can port it over now? Or does it mean that if they were going to bring it out on VR for PS4, then they would have done, and they've released it on PC, so they're not? I don't know.
It's a case if it can run on that base PS4, really, isn't it? I think.
Well, the old game can, and the new game doesn't look that much better than the old game. Presumably, who can say? Obviously, that's a game that I would quite like, but I'm not willing to pay very much for it because, as I understand it, there's not much content there without buying a load of fucking DLC. And this is very much Cody's heading towards that bullshit. We've got the new Formula 1 game with custom decals and helmets and stuff you can buy.
Brilliant.
Dirt Rally 2.0 was the beginning of that. They released it with only 5 stages or something. There's a snow level that was extra money, and it's like, really?
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks great, that VR. I've watched a couple of people playing on YouTube, and they swear by it. They say it's fucking awesome. So, if you've got a powerful PC and a Vive, then jump in.
I have neither.
It looks pretty good. So, speaking of VR, it's a bit VR-centric here. Norman Sky update. We talked about it a little while ago.
Norman Sky.
All sorts of bells and whistles here, but the big one is VR support on all platforms, including PS4. This has full VR support for online multiplayer of Norman Sky, and that is live now on PlayStation. We need to try that out, I think.
Yeah, definitely. We'll give it a burn.
It's on the list. Because that looks cool. I need to download that and try it out, because that sounds pretty great. What do you reckon, buddy?
I think, it's going to be really good. I don't really know what the whole, sickness situation's going to be like in that game with the movement. One with the space flight, that could be pretty fucking intense. And then also just mooching about the place. We'll never know. Well, we will know because we'll play it. And then we'll let you know.
Bit of a bumpy launch, this thing. Already
true.
A PC patch fixing some pretty serious bugs and stuff. So, I'm not going to make any comment about that game and rocky launch. I'll leave that where it is. But it's just exciting and interesting and certainly worth a go, I reckon.
Yes. You're absolutely right. It's definitely worth a go. I mean, we've got the game. It would be stupid not to.
Gibbons. So, we'll be chatting about that at some point, I'm sure. Moving on for now, though, to more excitement. Trine 4. It was announced a little while ago that Trine 4 was on its way. It has a launch date, the 8th of October on all platforms, including Switch there. It looks lovely as ever. It has 4-player co-op. Trine 3 disappointed us by having local only on the co-op, so we didn't bother with
Absolutely retarded decision,
because, we live many, many miles apart, and that was not really viable. The new one's 4-player co-op rather than 3, and it has local and online, so that's exciting. That's going to make that a purchase, I think, to be honest, buddy. I've always loved the Trine games. We've had some great fun out of them, and
they look fantastic.
They always look
really
wonderful.
Good. Yeah. They're really, really good games. Wow. The first two. Don't know. I can't
Trine 2 was just one of the best looking games on the PS. Yeah, like early doors. Like it's just
it's gorgeous
very,
game.
Very good.
I think we played it on PC first, didn't we?
I think we did.
When it was back in the
I had
day,
your old PC.
Yeah, my old PC, buddy.
Yeah, running it off the SSD.
There you go. Job done. Does the job.
So to coincide with this, they're launching Trine Ultimate Collection as well. It arrives the same day.
Got you. Yeah.
And it's a full bundle. It features the new game as well as the 3 previous. So
that's nice.
4 games in one, and it is a reasonable price as well. It looks possibly worth having. I don't know. I mean, the old games are sort of mega cheap at this point anyway.
True.
The third one being local only is a bit of a sticking point for most, I think. But either way, Trine 4, buddy.
I'll play that.
It's in the middle of the sort of chaotic launch window of the autumn, but
hey. It'll do well.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Moving on, Walmart removes signs showing violence. Anything that involves violence is removed from their stores, including and predominantly video game signs like ads and stuff. Continues to sell guns though in their stores.
Yeah. That's, I mean,
they'll continue to sell guns. Handguns, rifles, but not violent video game. They'll sell the violent video games, but they won't advertise them.
Yeah, none of their propaganda.
No, I'll leave that there. Next, Destiny 2 cross-save coming this month, buddy.
Hello. We're talking about Is it time to talk about Destiny again?
Never, but I just thought I'd let you know. I'm sure you're already aware that.
Yeah, I know.
Cross-save coming to Destiny.
Don't worry, I know.
Next, the new Need for Speed is called Need for Speed Heat.
Heat.
It's
like Miami Heat.
Like Miami, very much so. Yeah, it's got a sort of
Miami Heat,
Miami vibe, and it will be shit.
I'm looking forward to it.
It looks like Need for Speed 2015, which we actually got a lot of fun out of.
I love that game. I'll buy Need for Speed Heat for £5.
For £5, I might join you, but yeah. Activision has been bragging about its microtransactions in Call of Duty, claiming they are engaging gamers on a recent finance call with shareholders.
Engaging or raping?
It says revenue for microtransactions at Activision Blizzard rose to $800 million this quarter alone across all their franchises.
We need to bring microtransactions to the podcast community. We could make a fucking mint. Just
20
saying.
quid or so. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll give you you get a new skin for the elusive front cover.
800 million this quarter.
Yeah, that's
in
nice.
Microtransactions for Activision Blizzard, with Candy Crush being the biggest earner.
Obviously, because that's where stupid people are. Well,
meanwhile, speaking of stupid people, the Call of Duty community is angry about the micro. What? Yeah,
nothing. Yeah,
that's what's happening.
Okay.
That's what's happening
stupid
there.
People in the Call of Duty, as in stupid people, the Call of Duty community. Got you.
Anyone who buys Call of Duty and then complains about his microtransactions is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, because they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
The COD community is angry, buddy, about the microtransactions.
Right.
All of which came after the game was released, and the majority of which are literally pay to win at this point, with various perks that are gameplay affecting. And
I can kind of feel for them there if it wasn't in there to begin with, and then they got added
they had no
later.
way of knowing they'd be added.
They didn't know it was going to happen. They weren't aware of the situation, aka my penis, and sometimes it's just going to come at you.
Having added microtransactions after launch to the last 5 Activision Blizzard games, they had no way of knowing that this was going to happen. Having done that to the last Call of Duty and the one before, they had no idea that this was going to happen. The people who are angry, of course, will buy the next one.
They're going to buy it because they love Call of Duty.
Yeah, it very much saws off the only leg they're standing on there. So, you can be angry all you like about microtransactions, but if you continue to spend money on AAA games that contain microtransactions, you're the problem. Even if you're not actually even if you're not spending money on the microtransactions, you're the problem. And if you don't want games to be ruined by these false economies and microtransactions, you need to stop buying the game.
Yeah, it's that double-edged sword, though, isn't it? You want to play the game, but you don't want the microtransactions.
Just don't buy it. You don't need to play the game.
But I want to play the game, though.
Just don't.
But I want to play the game. No, I want to play that game.
Yeah. Well, that's fine then. You can play the game, but don't complain afterwards.
All right.
It's cake and eat it. You can buy the thing, but you can't moan about it.
Destiny 2 is going to be fucking riddled with microtransactions in whenever the new one comes out in October. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Fuck it.
It is what it is. And so is Call of Duty.
I won't be buying that.
More than any other game, it is what it is.
What is the worst game, AAA game for microtransactions? FIFA. There you go. It's got to be. It's got to be FIFA. Gotta be.
I don't know. I mean, Call of Duty is an always online. It's an online only.
Call of Duty, yeah.
It's an online only game, so the microtransactions clobber you at every moment. At least FIFA has a career mode. At least it's got
the new one. Not defending Call of Duty. The new one's going to have single player and co-op and everything on it, though, isn't it? So they are. Well, they have got that option now, so you can't. I guess for the new one, you can't. So
it's
an online
proper
only.
insidious. I mean, I played through that journey mode, and at the end of each chapter, it's split into 4 chapters for no apparent reason. At the end of each chapter, you get like
seasons
a special
of the year.
You get a special ultimate team card, and it takes you to a page. It displays the ultimate team card, and there's 2 options at the bottom: head to ultimate team mode or continue the journey. And head to ultimate team mode is highlighted by default. Like you just got to hit
It's just
X.
trying to pump you into it. Like, come on, suck on this teat, you bitch.
People find surprise mechanics very fun, buddy.
Oh, I do. I mean, I'm not a fan of surprises. I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan. You know, if you've ever seen, I know you have, old, what's his name? Oh, Ben Stiller, Zoolander, you know, when they're in the mining shaft, he jumps out. Exactly, mate. I didn't realise until about my 7th watch through of how funny that moment was.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. Great stuff. Anyway,
gone as soon as it arrives, but it's fantastic.
You go. Yeah, good times.
Finally from me, buddy, I know it's VR and I could have mentioned it before when we were talking about VR, but I wanted to end with it because I'm mega excited about it. LA Noire VR version is coming to PS4. I'm really excited about that. There's a selection of videos on YouTube of a very funny person playing LA Noire in virtual reality. I highly recommend that you look up just LA Noire VR funny on YouTube.
Nice.
He's made like 2 or 3 videos. They're very, very funny, and I'm looking forward to recreating them on my PlayStation. I really like LA Noire, and I'm looking forward to playing it in VR, buddy.
Have we got LA Noire?
I do, on disc.
How are you going to play it? What? You've got... Oh, what, on the PS4?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go then. Nice.
I don't know if it'll be a free update or if you have to buy a whole new game.
Oh, fuck, yeah. That's a mother licker when they do that, cunts.
Either way.
Yeah, no, that'll be a paid for thing. It'll be a standalone thing. It won't have anything to do with the original game apart from the name. Yeah, we'll get that. Fuck it.
I don't care.
Yeah. Fuck
nice.
it. I have a job. I have an income. I'll spunk it on wherever I want.
If I want,
I'm going to spend it on microtransactions. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to support Activision. They need the money.
My money. I do what I want.
Yeah, it's my body.
Don't judge me.
So that's my news, buddy. Have you got any news?
No.
Well, I won't hand over to you for my favourite section then, buddy.
Sorry,
that was
buddy.
the news, and we'll move on. Now it's time for Out This Week.
Let's take a look at some games coming out this week. Probably filled with microtransactions, loot crates, pay to win mechanics. Because fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Buy our shit.
And that's out this week. It's a quick one. Did we mention what games for golds and PS Plus were like a couple of weeks ago? I can't remember if we did or not.
No, we missed a pod when that was sort of announced, so I didn't bother the following week because it was already out.
People know by now, so
yeah,
they don't need to know.
Wipeout, innit, on PlayStation?
Yeah, Wipeout and Sniper
Elite
Elite 4 and Xbox was some shite.
Yeah, I've been trying not to look at Xbox because I haven't got gold and I'm not willing to pay for it until someone buys a little shit heap to play games with me on.
I've got a new PC, mate. I can play games with you. Just saying.
Cheeky.
I've got my Game Pass now as well.
Yeah, it's not enough. Not enough crossover, really, is there? That's the thing.
We'll have a look, see what there is. But yeah, I got Forza 4, State of Decay 2, Gears of War 4. But that was bad.
Yeah, it's a bad game.
Bad game.
A message on our YouTube from someone saying it's brilliant. I can't remember who that was. I got a message on my phone from someone saying Gears of War 4 is brilliant. I was like,
that's propaganda for you, buddy.
I don't know. I don't know.
I've played video games before, and this one.
Yeah.
That's so good. Oh, hello, daughter. One sec, buddy.
Oh.
What's up, Sweet Pea?
Daddy?
Yes, baby.
Can you just bring my Willie and Blumpy, because I don't want to watch Mr. Film.
What, downstairs?
Yeah.
Go on then, go down. I'll bring it in a sec.
Who are you playing with?
Alex, my friend Alex.
I was going to say that.
Is that? Look, there he is. He's waving, saying hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like she could have just gone into her bedroom and got it herself, because, you know, that would have actually been less time than coming to see me. Yeah.
Just wanted to see you because you're a ledge buddy.
That's true. But hey,
Yeah.
there you go. What were we talking about? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Shit, probably. What's out this week, bud?
We talk about Xbox games, Xbox Gold, and the fact that you've got PC and that I get Gold and play together, and so on and so forth.
Sea of Thieves, mate. Sea of Thieves. There you go. Apparently, that's the best game I've also been told on YouTube.
Yeah, it's the best. That's what we talk about. Gears of War 4 is a good game. Lol.
Yeah.
It isn't. It's really bad.
It's not great.
It's really shit.
1 and 2 are good.
I like other games on
I
Xbox.
do prefer other games.
I don't like all of them.
Yeah. No,
That'd
they're
be
not all
weird.
great.
So out this week, buddy, we got Rad on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It is a top-down 80s-esque shooter, and I rather like the look of it. I'd quite like to play it.
It's got a great name. That sells it
Rad.
for me. Yeah,
there you go. Remnant from the Ashes arrives on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It is a ropey-looking survival action FPS with RPG elements that has nothing to do with cricket. So, England finishing on 258 all out today. Going into day 2/3 because of the weather at 30 for 1. Stuart Broad getting a cheeky wicket before the day was out, but not looking good for England. Nothing to do with this game, of course, but who cares? Also, Life is Strange 2 Episode 4 on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I like Life is Strange, but obviously not enough to play through Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, which has been sitting on my console for some time. I started.
Been there for a while.
And then, there's an annoying dad in it. And
hello. I'm one of them.
It annoyed me, and it made me not want to play it. I need to push past that. But I was listening to a bit of Sufjan Stevens today, who did the soundtrack to
Good Times.
Captain Spirit, which was the prequel to Life is Strange 2.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's a great album, that LOL special. Good stuff, like it. Puyo Puyo
Illinois
arrives on
is
Switch.
my favourite Sufjan Stevens album.
He's great. He really is great.
He is great.
He somehow, despite being super famous, managed to still be in a position where if you say that you like Sufjan Stevens, 99% of the time, everyone else in the room's like, who? And I don't really get that, because he's been around for ages, and he's very successful. I don't know how these people do it, but either way,
it's magic.
Cool. Puyo Puyo coming to Switch on the 22nd of August. And also Space Harrier. Just imagine giving a fuck about that. That's coming to Switch on August the 22nd.
How did they get that running on the Switch?
I can't believe they managed to get the original Space Harrier running on the Switch. So.
It's amazing.
So yeah, we're still in this horrible, horrible fucking drought. There's not much that we can do about it, unfortunately, but, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel, because we are well on our way through August. It's the 15th already. We know at the end of the month we got Wreckfest, which is super exciting.
And then Destiny 2 Shadowkeep. Yeah.
So Control is out on the 27th of August.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's a game I'll play.
And then heading into September,
right?
We've got PES, Gears 5, Borderlands 3, a new Legend of Zelda game on the Switch.
Right. Yeah. Waiting for you to say something good.
Oh, gosh. Code Vein?
No.
FIFA?
No.
Trine 4?
Yes.
Okay, so October the 8th. Mark it in your diaries, buddies. That's when the next good game's coming out. We'll move on swiftly from out this week, then. Cheers, buddies.
Oh, dear.
And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Have you got any questions this week, buddy?
He starts off by presumably just trying to sort of rile us slightly, as he likes to do.
I've read this, and I want to go and punch him in the face.
Yeah, well, that's what he wants.
I know, it's what
Funk says, played the first couple of hours of God of War, hasn't hooked me yet. Bosses that you kill and then regain their health another 3 times are not top of my list. We shall see. The we shall see is the important bit, buddy. Funk hasn't dismissed God of War.
Now
that's
we
because
know.
he knows at the depths of his, the back of his mind, he's like, there might be something to this, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. What Funk does say is, I'm balls deep back in XCOM. Playing on easy with a weapons-focused development is super fun. So yeah, he's playing like a custom...
Turn-based. Nice.
He's playing a custom XCOM there, where he's got it on easy, but he's doing like essentially putting all the research into getting like the super weapons, which is it's probably something you wouldn't get away with on the higher difficulties.
No,
because you need to be kind of more even keeled. But he's like discovered a sort of bit of fun there, which is kind of cool. And
it's one of those custom game modes that we've mentioned back in today. You know, where
King of the Bill.
If you want to, King of the Bill. You know the score. So it's where a game has set rules, and then you tweak said rules to gain more enjoyment, I would say.
Gibbons, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, XCOM's cool. I spent like 2 hours putting everyone I know's name into it, and then kind of didn't play it after that. But I was playing that thing with the pig and the duck, Mutant Year Zero, which is basically is also XCOM, and I think it's free on the Epic Store at the moment. That game, if anyone wants to give that a go. But that's very much in the same vein, the sort of XCOM style of combat with its turn-based sort of.
I'm going to check it right now.
Stuff. It's good, that thing. Really
computer.
Good. They're not really. It's not really my sort of game, turn-based stuff. But
not really your bag, baby.
Not really, but you know, this thing was.
You
good.
mean like Pokemon?
Pokemon's
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, no. Yeah, there's
Worms.
I like
Worms WMD.
Worms is past
Worms
tense.
Armageddon. Worms
Armageddon
3D
was an absolutely brilliant game, buddy. It was.
I'm trying to think of other Worms games.
Subtle fucking genius.
Worms 2.
Armageddon. Worms 2 was all right. To be honest, the one I played the most was the original Worms. I got it the day I got my first computer, and I played the absolute ever-loving shit out of Worms, the original. It was wonderful. 60 frames.
Gotta love them 60 frames.
520 resolution.
60 frames is the way forward. It's not the way backwards.
Yeah.
Whoa. Mega gas. Oh. I feel like we're stalling now, but I'm cool with that.
No, we're done. It's all over.
Okay. You are right, Mutant Road to Thingy, whatever it is, free right now on the Epic Store up until the 22nd of August. I mean, I could literally click a button and it's mine right now.
Just do it. It's great. And graphically, it's pretty nice, actually. You know, with your new PC, it'll look really nice. The lighting engine and that on there, it's great. Good voice acting as well. It's kind of cartoon-esque, but with animals and shit, like a talking duck.
The Epic Store's making my computer shit its pants right now.
Well, as is its right, buddy. That's what it does. Loves it.
Yep.
Gibbons.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah, okay. And
so I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 223. It's all over. We're done.
Hey, whoa.
What?
Mel is in the chat.
Go on then.
Right, Meow. Speaking of science and technology, I purchased a new GoPro this year. It is advertised at 60 frames, 1440p, I guess that is. Waterproof deal. Been great all year round, but overheated this week because I tried to film it at 1440p for the first time. Corrupted the whole SSD card. Apparently, the waterproof housing does not allow for proper cooling at high res. Bummer.
He's absolutely
right. So there you
right.
go, buddies. Yeah. I mean, that's the danger that you live. Maybe there's a bit of... He wanted some action cam of his butt. There you go. That's the, maybe it was in the fine print, just say, don't film your butt underwater at 1440p,
Well, I mean, I'd probably encourage Mel, unless he's live streaming, then he might want to take a little look at the DJI Osmo Action.
Whoa, hey, whoa. What is this?
I don't know if Mel is aware, and maybe that's why he asked, but I actually work for a camera hire company, so I know things about cameras now that it would be inexplicable for me to know beforehand, buddy. So
well done. You know something.
Yeah. I mean, it can do stuff that the Hero 7 can't. It also can't do things that the Hero 7 can. And,
trade-offs, eh?
It's waterproofed an extra meter than the Hero 7.
There we go. That's all you need.
It's also temperature resistant, as low as minus 10 degrees C, which suggests
that's pretty cold.
Yeah, 16% increase to efficiency of cooling. The heat transfer system allows generated heat to be quickly dissipated. And it sounds a little bit like that's probably pretty important to Mel. So, yeah, you can get 256 gig card for that thing as well. And it's cheaper than the Hero 7. It also is capable of higher frame rates and resolutions than the Hero 7. But it can't live stream.
Can we get the name of the camera again, please, buddy?
The DJI Osmo Action. It's from the company DJI, most famous for their gimbals, of course. They make the DJI Ronin
I love
series.
A good gimbal.
Well, the Ronin
Big
S,
fan of the gimbal.
It's a fantastic gimbal. I like playing with them at work. You just put a camera on there, you hit a few buttons, it just fucking balances that shit, and then you can run about with it, and it always stays upright. It's cool. It's really cool. What you should never do is put a 600mm lens on the camera that's on the gimbal, though, buddy, because obviously that's not going to work for you.
No.
So,
yeah. Mel says thanks, dude. So there we go. At least this episode, if it is all rubbish, we've helped someone out.
We've achieved something this day, and that's probably what we should end on. Great to hear from you, Mel. Glad you're having a nice time. Fucking enjoy the rest of your fishing and whatever else the fuck you get up to. Thanks to everyone for listening. As ever, it's been an absolute fucking joy and a pleasure, Ash. And I think it's time for us to jog on. What are we going to do now? Exactly.
I don't know. My kids are still awake downstairs, so I need to sort them out. They're watching Black Panther, I believe. Right, Meow?
Okay. Well, you may or may not be back then.
I will be back. Don't you worry.
That sort of suspense to leave the listeners in.
Who knows?
We'll say goodbye. We'll be back next week. Thanks so much for listening. We'll catch you next time. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell. You've been listening to the JfG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, where you'll also find our Discord and Street Beat if you want to get involved with the show. Our Facebook is /the JfG Podcast, and our Twitter handle is @the JfG Podcast. We're on all those video streaming sites too, buddies, from TubeTube to twitch.tv /the JfG Podcast to mixer.com, aka beam.fucking pro. We've got a PS4 community you can join. Just search the JfG Podcast on there. And we're also on Google Plus if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time.